What's up, and welcome back to another kind of funny screencast trailer reaction. Of course, I'm Tim Geddes, and I'm joined by the Nitro Rifle, Andy Cortez.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody.
Your skin's looking fantastic, Andy.
I've been moisturizing.
Yes. So moist.
The Big Daddy, Greg Miller.
Andy right now is like Senator Kelly, right as he figured out he could push his face between the bars. Can you guys fucking believe? Did anybody else watch the new season of Ozark? Fucking this dirtbag senator shows up as just fucking Senator Kelly again. I'm like, why didn't you just call him Senator Kelly? Bring Ozark into the MCU multiverse.
Ooh, scary.
That's, of course, the Big Daddy, Greg Miller.
You already said that. I said, hey. And then I started ranting.
Yes. And the producer/seducer, Nick Scarpino.
Hello, Tim. Let's watch some Moon Knights.
We're getting right into the Moon Knight. Of course, this is Screencast, where every week we get together to react to trailers, to talk about movies and TV shows. You can get it on youtube.com/kindafunny or roosterteeth.com. You can also get it as a podcast by searching your favorite podcast service for Kinda Funny Screencast. If you wanted to get the show ad-free or be a Patreon producer, you got to go to patreon.com/kindafunny, just like Gordon McGuire, Molecule, and at James Davis Makes have done. We appreciate you also very much. We got a whole bunch of cool trailer reactions up right now on youtube.com/kindafunny, including the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness trailer. But today we're talking about the big game TV spot for Marvel Studios, Moon Knight. Kevin, hit play.
I can't tell the difference between my waking life and dreams. It must be very difficult. The voice.
Whoa.
It's trippy.
There's chaos in you. Embrace it.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Okay.
I love how they were just like, yo, there's not going to be too much new footage, but what is there is going to make you go, oh.
now the CG behind him did not make that when it made me go, oh. That's the sound that I made there, but god dang, the rest of it looked really, really cool. And the accent's getting a lot better with more they show. With the more that they
You're just getting used to it.
Yeah.
No, I think it was just maybe the first clips that they showed was just weird.
I think that was a different accent that we heard.
No,
because like he has multiple personalities, and I think they one of the things is they're gonna sound different.
Yeah, but I think the British accent's only one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows?
But yeah, he was doing he did an interview, or I at least read it yesterday. I don't know if he did it yesterday, Andy, but he was talking about, he was like, look, I know it doesn't sound like an accurate British accent. He's like, it's going to make sense when you watch the show of like why it is that way. So at least Oscar Isaac knows that it does sound a little goofy. But what do you think otherwise, Andy?
I think this looks great. I mean, it's Oscar Isaac. I'm always in for the ride. I think he's one of my favorite working actors right now. And yeah, this is especially, I was already excited for this, but especially after hearing Kevin Feige say that, no, they are not holding back whatsoever. This is going to be really violent, and like they're not holding back any of the blood and violence from this series, which got me really excited about it.
Yeah, jumping in there, actually, Andy, another update, couple things. The show got rated TV-14, which is the highest we've gotten so far from the Disney Plus stuff. And random fun thing to bring up is over the weekend, the Marvel Studios Netflix shows got a warning on them that said they're all going to be taken off of Netflix March 1st. So there's no confirmation of where they're going to go, or if they're going to go anywhere, but you got to imagine they're going to either go to Disney Plus or Hulu. And that's really exciting, because if they end up going to Disney Plus, I think that's telling of them being a little bit more willing to go a little further. So we won't have to wait too long to see what happens there. Greg, what do you think?
Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, this is my first look at Moon Knight. I did not ever watch the teaser. I figured I was going to react with you, and into the last second, something changed. I forget what, and I had to evacuate and bail and couldn't do it. So this is my first look at it. I'm with all the impressions so far, right? That like the CG doesn't look great, but I'm stoked to see, obviously, another Marvel show on Disney. I fucking love that, having that weekly drip feed of Marvel content. I do love Oscar Isaac as well. And I think that, like, I'm excited for a Marvel show that is more heroics. You know what I mean? Like, they do so much different stuff with the Marvel shows, which obviously I appreciate and love. But if this is a bit more not action focused, but more action like Winter Soldier was, right? Where it is him being Moon Knight, running around doing stuff, rather than maybe the more cerebral, WandaVision.
WandaVision,
I'm all for that. And obviously, I think, coming off of both What If, which I felt was a disappointment, and then Hawkeye, which was fun, and it was a great show, but it was very fun. It was meant to be like an enjoyable romp, not to be taken too seriously. I think I'm excited for something that is kind of a darker but more action focused. That he's still being a superhero, whatever anti-hero you want to call him.
Nick.
Yeah, Greg, I'd be interested to hear your reaction to that first trailer, because this one definitely has a lot more energy to it than the first one did.
Yeah.
Where I think that there's a lot. I think it is going to be a little less of what you think, and a little bit more about like what's going on in his head, his mental state, all of these things that are happening to him. And it's a little bit. The first trailer, if I'm not mistaken, was a little bit more like creepy and horror looking than this is. But I mean, I like the energy of this, and I think the shot that stands out for me. There's two shots that stand out for me. One is the beginning shot. This shot's the second one right there. I love that.
Batman.
I love the Batman sort of like throw the cape up and come down on these bad guys. But this first shot really stuck out as like, oh no, like that's not looking so good right there. But it's Oscar Isaac. I'm excited for that. I know nothing about Moon Knight whatsoever, and still, even after watching a trailer and this 30-second spot, I think I know less. So I'm excited about that. I'm
You're
also
losing
excited
information.
Yeah, exactly. I love the fact that Ethan Hawke is in this. It's still that's awesome. It's great casting as the bad guy, and then just that shot of the pyramid sort of erupting in lightning just makes me think of Gozer's temple, and that's pretty cool.
Gozer the Gozerian. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, the pyramid erupting is definitely my least favorite thing about this trailer, because that is something I wish we'd get away from with the superhero stuff of just big energy in the sky. But I'm very hopeful for this series, and this being a 30-second trailer as compared to the full-on trailer we got before. I like how much new shit we did see of them actually in the shit, like with the action of Moon Knight kicking ass. Because this was kind of like the one big shot we got from the first one of him jumping across the buildings. I love that Oscar Isaac is getting this opportunity. Like, he is a franchise guy, like we talked about last time, like with Star Wars, with X-Men, with just all of that type of stuff. I love him kind of getting the opportunity to be a hero that is being introduced for the first time with full support on Disney Plus, like getting a full show to be his origin story, to then go into the movies and stuff, I think is really cool. And it seems different. The CG that we see on that creature behind him, like we talked about this in the last one, I kind of dig it because I like the guy's design and I like how weird he looks. And I think that it's kind of more in the art style as opposed to it being bad CG that doesn't fit the environment. Like that shot of him in the hallway in the first trailer, I really dug. I like that, the design of his like beak and all that shit. So excited to see what we got going on with that. And the tattoo moving is the type of weird shit that we haven't really seen before, that I'm like, what the hell's happening? Like, what reality is this? Like, why would that be happening in this world? So very excited to see. But any more thoughts before we go frame by frame?
I guess it was just more of like the rendering of it. That I agree with you, Tim. I thought the design of that monster in that trailer we saw prior to this, Greg, he looks like this, has this like beak kind of bird head, almost like the Plague Doctor masks.
Sure, okay.
In a way, but yeah, it was just more. I was just more commenting on the lighting and the way it looked like it didn't exist in that world, as opposed to
there's a little more contrast in it.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's clearly him in front of a green screen, but whatever.
All right,
can't win them all.
I would tell you about our sponsors, and then Greg's gonna tell you about the sponsors actually, and then we're gonna go frame by frame.
Green Chef is the greenest way to get your greens. It's the most sustainable meal kit out there, offsetting 100% of their plastic packaging in every box and 100% of their carbon footprint and emissions. Their pre-portioned ingredients mean you reduce your food waste by at least 25% compared to boring old grocery shopping. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well, with options for every lifestyle like keto and paleo, vegan, vegetarian, fast and fit, Mediterranean, and gluten-free. I'm Greg Miller, and I use Green Chef. They just sent me a box the other day. We had these Greek pitas. They were delicious. You cut them in half, then you put all the delicious stuff in there. Came in a brown bag. You open up the brown bag, take out all these other brown bags, then you recycle it all, then you eat this delicious food. It's great. Why wouldn't you do this? Go to greenchef.com/kindafunny130 and use the code kindafunny130 to get $130 off plus free shipping. That's greenchef.com/kindafunny130 and code kindafunny130 to get $130 off plus free shipping. Green Chef, the #1 meal kit for eating well. Think of all the things you could do and all the places you could go if you didn't have high interest loans or credit card debt. Upstart helps make those dreams a reality by helping you pay off your existing debt quickly with a personal loan. Upstart is the fast and easy way to pay off your debt with a personal loan all online. Whether you're paying off credit cards, consolidating high interest debt, or funding personal expenses, over 500,000 people have used Upstart to get one fixed monthly payment. Upstart knows you're more than just your credit score and is expanding access to affordable credit. Unlike other lenders, Upstart considers your income and current employment to find you a smarter rate for your loan. With a 5-minute rate check, you can see your rate upfront for your loans between $1,000 and $50,000 and receive your funds as fast as 1 business day after accepting your loan. Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/kindafunny. That's upstart.com/kindafunny. Don't forget to use our URL to let them know we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/kindafunny.
Kev, roll it back.
All right, 1 second.
Day and night.
He's in my head too, right?
So was that song only in the second trailer that we saw last time?
Yeah.
Not the first one, right? Okay, got it. I kind of forget what the first one was really about now that I'm
The first one was just that really quick, like 20 seconds that was in that Disney Plus day. We got the extended Hawkeye, and then it was just kind of like little bit.
That's right. And here's the mummy look. Here's the mummy vibe.
Mummies are just cool, man. I even like it in Doctor Strange trailer. That thing looked kind of mummy-like with the wrapping.
Sure. Yeah, I can see that, and I did like that. Personally, we should bring back mummification.
Is the guy's hands controlling it moving? No.
I think he's just like
Those aren't his hands.
maybe
Those
bound.
are
His hands are bound or something like that. Who knows?
But it does look like he's moving it, right?
Just for one of the frames looked like when he went like this, one of them moved, but then it clearly, when you played it out, it didn't do that.
He's like, look at my cool moving tattoo. It's like Harry Potter.
Yeah,
What?
check this
You
shit
like
out.
Harry Potter too? We're in London.
Do you think he's just like kind of showing him like, hey, I am special right here. I have some sort of thing that you are kind of already like at this point. I'm assuming Oscar Isaac has already kind of been exposed to whatever sort of fucked up stuff he's experiencing. And this is Ethan Hawke basically being like, dog, I'm right there with you, man. Check out this tattoo.
What did it do to him, Greg? Did it bite him or something else?
Nah, he was just walking through the sand, and you'd be like, "Oh man, in Egypt? No, Clearwater, Florida." You'd be surprised that sand gets all over the world, guys. It gets on the air, it goes in the water, it comes up. Sea turtles, they'd be barfing that shit up. Anyways,
They're like, I'm on Mount Everest. Why is there sand here?
there was a sea turtle that went to Egypt, right? Got into one of the tombs, ate some of the sand that had a cursed radioactive mummy in it because it broke down. Because some guy came in there, he's like, "I'm gonna find Al Capone's grave or whatever." He came in there and opened up, got some of this stuff.
Grave.
Oxygen hit the radioactive mummy. It went to nothing. It went to sand. Like I said, turtle ate it, or maybe some, we can ad lib here. A cat, something, I don't know. Something ate it, but then something ate that thing, and then something ate that thing, and then the turtle ate that thing.
Right.
And so then it showed up on Clearwater Beach. Oscar Isaac there, he's chilling out. He's there with his girlfriend. They're having a great time. What happens? This turtle shows up and it goes, and Oscar Isaac's like, "Oh my God, honey, help me out. Someone this turtle, what's it trying to say?" And he goes down there and he goes, "Bah," and he's like, just enough sand gets in his face, and it's got that green effect on it. He's like, "Ah."
You said you hadn't watched the trailers, but I don't believe you.
Like what leaks did you see, dude?
Well, I watched the screeners for the first 3 episodes, but I haven't seen the trailers yet.
Got it. Yeah, I feel like you know what's going on.
It's like when your
already.
friend knew that finishing move in Mortal Kombat. You're like, oh.
Fuck Mike Boylan,
do
man. He was
that.
cheating the whole time, and I knew it.
Fucking cheater, dude.
All right, continue
Ethan
on,
Hawke,
Kev.
though. Hey, shout out to him.
Yeah.
Looking great.
Doesn't he look like the Baconator right there, Greg? We
He
talked
does.
about the
It's
last
the
He does
time.
look like the Baconator, yeah.
Yeah.
Aging like a fine wine.
Yeah. Whew. Looking great. And it really is, and I'll tell you why that's why we think that, Greg. Because every time when we Googled Ethan Hawke, there's like no photos of him current day or in the last 10 years-ish without a goatee of some sort or without a beard of some sort.
Yeah.
And here he's goateeless, and it kind of threw me for a loop. I'll be honest with you. Also,
know,
I
he
like
shot the
Oscar
Lisa
Isaac
Loeb
with
video.
facial hair. Oscar Isaac is superior, I think.
Oh, yeah, he looks like a dweeb now without it, yeah, for sure. Look at this dweeb right here. This is the kind of guy Kevin would push around for lunch money.
God, it's a good
I
jaw,
don't
though.
like
Great
that.
jaw, great chin.
I know you don't like him. I can tell by you looking at him. You don't
No,
like him.
I said I don't like that. Don't make me a bully.
Greg, in your brain is Oscar Isaac just sitting by himself at lunch at the table with one of those little plates, and he's got the little carton of milk, and Kevin just smashes his milk over, and he's like, "Tomorrow you're
Never
giving me your
waste
lunch
milk.
money,
It's one of
kid."
those where Kevin would come over like and just like, you know, he'd be like, "What's up, Moon Knight?"
Oh my
You know
god.
what I mean? Like it would be like that thing where he's getting up in his space, showing he owns the space. And then Moon Knight would try to look at his like fucking papers, and he'd knock them out of his hand. You're like, "Oh man, looks like it's Sun Night for you." You know what I mean? Kevin isn't good at insults as every
All
knows,
the
and so
nights.
then it'd just be this
Greg,
whole thing.
I don't know if you saw a lot of the scuttlebutt on Twitter. Can you rewind to the prior sequence right here, Kevin, with the pyramids? But the internet was quick to point out how on the reverse view, it's like full civilization, like buildings, stores, restaurants. But like this is the one view you can get of the pyramids where it doesn't look like there's a sprawling civilization. Like it people are like, come on, it doesn't look like that anymore. Like this whole area is like thriving, and there's like just
I mean, you
all
can see a
sorts of
city.
commercial stuff
you can see
happening.
a city in the top right.
We're gonna have to wait for Moon Knight 5, Multiverse of Madness, whatever, when we see the zoomed out shot, and then we debate for 20 minutes if it's real or not.
If
You
it's
know?
real or not.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. America won out in a lot of ways in the lottery that is life. But man, can you just imagine? We already talked about it, rank the 50 states, right? North and South Dakota. Who gives a fuck? Imagine if the pyramids were there. Imagine if we had those guys up there. You kidding me right now?
I'm pretty jealous. Yeah.
Number one destination in the world would have suddenly become America,
Yeah.
not Cancun. You know what I mean?
Right.
Rio de Janeiro. You know what I mean? Be like, I'm going to America. I'm going to see the Statue of Liberty. I'm going to go over, see Disney World, go up to Chicago. Then I'm going to see the pyramids. You're like, those are there too? You are. Then there's something out of Vegas, I guess. We go to Vegas, you know what I mean? And then you're out of San Francisco, Golden Gate Bridge. And then you shoot down, you go to Hollywood. You're like, why would we go anywhere else? You know what I mean? Why would we go anywhere else? Because if you wanted to see anything close to that anywhere else in the world, right? You're like, well, fuck. I'll fly to Paris and I'll see the Eiffel Tower. Then I guess we'll get to channel over to London and see Big Ben. You know what I mean? That's done. Now I got to fucking get on another plane, I guess. I'm going to shoot over to New Zealand 2 hours. Then I'm going to come over. I'm going to go to Russia, see the guys that do the dance.
Yeah. The guys that do the dance. So what you're saying, Greg, is that if we had the pyramids, America would be number one destination for travelers, and then number two,
we have everything. We have it all done.
Close tie between Cancun and Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro.
If I have to hear about Rio de Janeiro, if I gotta hear about it one more time, with the
Joe.
party,
Why are you putting so many other letters in that word?
More. We got the pyramids, is what I'd say. You know what I mean? We'd have like 3 of the 7 great wonders of the earth.
Man, people came here for a real breakdown of Moon Knight. Sorry, everybody.
That was a foolish errand. I'd rather do that, Andy, than be here and be like, oh, you're right, yeah, and blah blah. And then like they show up for in review and fucking wearing costumes, drunk, having a great time. Yeah, they should know right now what they're getting into. This is what Kind of Funny is about.
You're right. You're right. Keep it playing.
All right.
So, Tim, you have a beef with powers going into the sky.
It's not a beef. I just have a trepidation. We've been burned so many times before. You know what I mean? Like, think about it.
We gotta build the scale. Like, where does beef lie? Where does trepidation lie?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Why are there Renaissance fair fighters over there? What's going on with that?
What do you
These
mean
guys are
powers
clearly
going
bad
into the
guys. These are
sky?
minion of Ethan Hawke. But what's happening with the dudes with the spears on horses?
They look
They're
like they
still
are
spinning.
getting ready for the Ren Fair or got time traveled in there.
Or you think they were like putting on a show of some sort? Like,
Yeah, probably.
What's going on in
It
the
looks
pyramid
like
over
it.
there? Because again, like this is one of the things. Don't get me wrong. This is very much like Texas's answer to like we have the pyramids. We made these glass ones, and inside
Greg,
are cool. Like
if
fucking
you
statues.
look carefully, it looks like there's a smaller pyramid inside, and then
Yeah.
4 men one in each corner.
Yeah, are those outfits or those like Anubis statues?
Like no one. There's no way to know.
Gotcha.
Dude, hold on.
But
Go
that
back
cape
to that
looks
shot.
freaking amazing.
Come on.
Any
dude.
chance they bring
So
Brendan
sick.
Fraser into this?
No.
It's very
I'd say
slim.
strong
Very
chance.
You know,
What?
that'd just be a
Brendan
fun-
Fraser is about to be in something. What was it though? I think it's Batgirl. Maybe.
That's awesome. Is he gonna be back?
What a waste.
Doubt it.
Oh.
Continue, Kev. Where's it coming from?
The moon.
The
It's a little
moon.
boomy. Is it a little boomy?
He's getting his
it's-
boomerang
it's a
from the moon.
moon.
He's Moon Knight.
Didn't he like throw it and go bing and hit something and it came back to him?
yeah. What
Probably.
are Tim, I feel like you probably know the most about this, whether you've read a whole lot of Moon Knight or you have read a lot about it since. Are they straight up just melee weapons? Are we using it for projectiles?
See,
Are
there's
we
some
using it as
smoke over there.
magic?
He hit it. He blew something up. He killed the mummy.
You think
He throws him at shit.
That's cool. That's fucking cool.
And he uses them as melee stuff. But
plus, like, just as I don't know, just the idea of like having, I don't know, that just looks cool. The method of holding those things looks awesome.
Super fucking sick. The moon is just a cool thing, especially the crescent moon, and I just love that they're going all in. And again, we said this last time, but like the mummification of his outfit is really cool. I think it adds like layers to it, that it's not just he's a moon dude. It's like Batman, he's a guy with a bat on his suit. Moon Knight, he's a dude with a moon in his suit. It's like there's a little bit more like to it. So I'm excited for that. Kev, I sent you a tweet that I'd like you to bring up of a image that Empire Magazine put out of him in a variation of the Moon Knight outfit for a different one of his personalities, and I'm really excited for you guys to see it.
While Kevin pulls that up real quick, clear your heads,
cool.
clear your heads, clear your heads.
Mhm.
Andy, is the moon cool?
Yes, absolutely.
Nick.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Super cool.
Okay. Kevin?
I think it's the coolest celestial body. You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
See, I think the moon is not cool. I think the moon
Really?
lame.
You
Is that why
just
you're
saying
Greg,
that.
huge supporter?
Tim,
of
Moon's just a
Tim,
hanger
Tim,
on.
Tim,
It's
where
just a
did you
hanger
send
on
that?
to us. And you're a kid, you're like,
Tim,
oh man, look at
where
that
did you
planet.
send
Like,
that?
it's not a planet, it's just a fucking moon. What does it do?
Flat.
It orbits us. It fucks with the ocean. Oh, cool.
there you go.
Is there anything on it? Nah. Bunch
We
of
don't
shit we
know.
left there.
There's a whole
Can we
dark
send our
side
garbage
to it.
chute at
Oh,
least?
that's
Can we
cool.
solve some of the Earth's problems? Send our
Tim,
garbage there? No, we can't do that. Well, fuck off then. I don't care.
Craig, first of all, we probably could. It would just be a lot of pollution to get it up there.
I just
right?
don't buy it, Kevin.
Se-
Somebody's got to
second of
figure it
all-
out. Crack
Second
the
of all,
code.
they recently discovered that there's like lava, like flow, like tunnels. It's pretty cool.
So
you
there
know?
was
Think about
lava
that.
there at some point.
Yeah, at some
Yeah,
point.
but like
I
now
fucking
they're
don't
just
give a shit,
there's
dude.
but there's
I
caverns.
talk about this all the time. I don't care about the past stuff like that. Give me cool
No,
shit
no.
now.
What I'm saying, Greg, what I'm saying is it's protected from the solar radiation. So it would be an easy step to build some sort of base inside these caverns.
To put trash
And
in?
what?
Is that where we hide the
Can we
trash?
talk about
yeah.
this fucking
We live in
image?
Sorry, yeah, this is
Andy,
cool.
that's
Magician
rude.
Moon Knight.
We're
Great,
having
everybody.
a-
Great. Look, he's abracadabra.
this looks so
this is
Moon
dope.
Knight.
This is dope as hell.
Very
This is
good.
dope
This
as
looks
hell.
good.
I cannot wait to see how they pull this all off in this show. And I don't know if we have confirmation of how many episodes it is. I imagine it's 6. But I just love we're getting something that seems to be brand new and just like telling the story of this dude that like none of us really know too much about. But like this is cool as hell. And I love that seeing the little scared British version of him in the museum and then seeing the badass Moon Knight Batman type shit is really cool. Like, how does this image fit in with everything that we've just seen? You know,
Yeah.
like that's cool as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, what are your thoughts on this outfit here?
I think it was great. I mean, I doubt that we're going to see a lot of this, right? I mean, this is probably going to be like one of the scenes or like one of his personalities, but I think it's cool. I love the design of the seam down the mask as it kind of goes around the crescent moon. It's pretty cool. And obviously, you know, as a person who's a drum major, having a baton or two in your hand to be able to conduct the band in front of you is incredibly important.
Always
You know,
a good positive.
That's how they see you. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm getting big like Jim Carrey the Mask vibes from
That's
this.
what I thought too.
Even Deadpoolish, where like this is just one of his like silly personas, and he's gonna like I don't know. It's hard for me to envision how they do this, but like I picture him shaking down villains and then suddenly becomes like a different comedic type version of himself. It's very odd to see this and wonder how the hell is this actually going to exist in what we've seen so far.
When he's like this, he goes by Mr. Knight.
That's
No
badass.
way.
Yeah.
Badass.
Yeah. I love how the what are they called? Not lapels. Is it lapel? But it's kind of moon shaped of his vest.
Oh,
The top
yeah.
of it.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of sick.
I guess it would be the lapel. Yeah. That's cool.
Dope as hell.
I wonder-
Man.
my
Moon
que-
Knight,
my-
March 30th.
On the vest.
There you go. My question is, do you think they're going to make his eyes blink at all? Probably not, right?
No,
I don't know.
think-
It does look like he has eyelids, but it also could just be a crease.
That's going to be the one thing with me is like, I love obviously like the white eyes, but I want them to blink and they're not going to, of course, but that's too hard to do.
Yeah, I don't think that'll make sense if they're blinking, you know?
I know. It's going to be just weird if he's staring out with glowing eyes the whole time.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. March 30th, we'll be doing weekly reactions to this right here on the Kind of Funny screencast and then adding it to Kind of Funny's MCU in review. Until next time, love you all. Goodbye.